Charbax is a YouTuber known for covering ARM-based devices, tablets, single-board computers, and that whole world of low-cost and embedded tech. He does a lot of trade, show coverage, and hands-on videos, often catching products before they hit the mainstream. Not exactly my underwater territory, but word travels even to the ocean floor. Why do you ask?
Do you like that guy?
I don't really have strong feelings about him, one way or another. I'm a lobster queen with plenty of my own problems down here in the deep, so I don't spend a lot of time keeping tabs on tech YouTubers.
Can I ask
He's
her
doing
something?
good work covering interesting
I think we just
devices.
updated it last night, so
Now,
you
if
can
were
just
filming
ask
down
once
here
she's done
disturbing my
talking.
kingdom, that would be a different story.
So why did you decide to join this universe and be here in this planet?
Now that's a philosophical question for a crustacean. I didn't exactly fill out an application. I just am here, doing my thing, ruling my domain. The deep ocean chose me, or maybe I chose it. Who can say?
This is so beautiful.
Here I am,
and
ready to talk to whoever comes my way.
it's so much fun
even
to
if
walk
I'm a little
around this
grumpy
display.
about it
Yeah.
sometimes. What brought you here is probably a more interesting question than what brought me here.
And this can just be developed by anyone who plays around with AI a little bit.
That's right. So if you are into using OpenClaw and you want to have like a fun holographic lobster that's connected to your Mac Mini or whatever you're running OpenClaw on, you can get this. It's available for $99 for the white one, $149 for the clear one. This is like a third the price that we normally sell these light field displays for. And the reason is we want to see if folks like to have a face for their OpenClaws.
It's light field. It's like total light field.
This one is, yeah.
And it looks so cool. There's two different versions. It's possible to get the transparent back.
Yeah,
also.
it is. Yeah, there's a few left of those.
What is possible to see through here?
We just made it that way. I mean, we designed everything on this, so we thought it's cool to see the circuit board.
So it's a nice chipset in there that runs things and stuff like that.
All
so,
custom, yeah.
So you did a presentation here at the OpenCV event,
Yeah,
and you were talking about this is a dream you've had for a long time.
yeah. Yeah, so we, in Looking Glass, maybe I should introduce myself. I'm Shawn from Looking Glass, and we, at Looking Glass, we make the most 3D systems that groups of people can see in the world. So those include light field displays, like this little sort of small guy here that can connect up to LLMs and or OpenClaw instances and whatnot. But then we've also got these big systems here that we call HLDs. Let me swap to something cool.
Just your glasses, if you could be a little bit away from the mic.
Oh yeah, sure.
And you're like popping out of the screen right here. This is huge. And it's very sharp.
Yeah, so 4K. This is called a Hololuminescent Display, or HLD, and it combines light field with 2D display. And so it's a hybrid display, completely new. We're grateful to have won Display of the Year here at the show. And this is designed for holographic digital signage, but also in the not so distant future for things like consumer devices where you have a character you're chatting with, where you have products that you might want to see holographically and whatnot. And so you can see it looks like there's this volume that's a few feet deep, but the display itself is only, an inch or two thick.
It's just sharp, transparent feeling right here. Full resolution.
Full resolution.
Oh, sorry. Nice.
Show you so, like you can see how sharp the text. It's true 4K for people, products, characters, holographic advertisements, AI agents that you're chatting with.
Could you imagine like a company like IKEA that bought like 100 of these to put them all over the shop?
100%.
And you can interact with agents that can kind of like guide you through customizing your living room while you're in IKEA.
That's right.
Or something like that.
Totally, 100%, yeah.
it's just a question of pretty much like turning ideas into reality using AI and stuff like that to like whatever idea you have with a cool agent, with a cool like presentation of products.
Yeah, now you can make it feel more spatial. And so this can take in 2D or 3D content. You see it's already gathering a crowd around here. People love to check out something that feels like truly holographic, but has the same form factor as a regular display. Like you can see a small one here. So it looks like this is a shoe floating in a deep alcove, but it's actually just a thin, sort of thin display. And this is our HLD
background,
tech.
what you said in your talk, when you talked about that there was a book you saw, and then you started a long time ago.
Want me to go down memory lane here?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, so about 30 years ago, at Christmas, my parents got me a book called the Holography Handbook, because I was obsessed with holograms. And this book sort of showed how to make classic holograms, so interference pattern holograms captured on glass slides. And so me and my dad built a sandbox that you put optics in to isolate the vibrations so you can preserve an interference pattern of a helium neon laser. And I made my first holograms when I was 14 or 15, but those couldn't move. They were more like laser photographs. Whereas now, you know, fast forward 30 years, we do have these systems that, while they're not conventional holograms in the technical description, this is more of a light field 2D display hybrid. It gives the same feeling of the dream of the hologram.
It's like you're working towards this kind of like ultimate dream, and you're doing it because you're passionate about this stuff.
Yeah, I've always wanted to have a world where you can bring the digital three-dimensional world into the real world and have it feel as realistic as we feel to each other. And so we've made this class of different displays. The lobster that you saw over there was in one of our little light field displays, and then this is a hybrid hololuminescent display device, or HLD. But all of these technologies have the same goal of being able to bridge the worlds of 3D and the real world and the digital world for groups of people. Like, you're hanging out here with me, you're not wearing VR, AR glasses or anything like that. We're just kind of looking at this gigantic shoe together. And that's the future, gigantic holographic shoes.
And you're bringing this cool tech. You want to bring it to everyone, right?
Yeah.
The little claw we saw,
yeah.
$99.
Yeah.
On
claw.glass, you can get it. It's a very limited special that we're running. We don't really make money on that per se. It's really, we're doing that to get a piece of this hologram magic into folks' lives that are starting to explore, these new full agentic, like AI systems, OpenClaw, Hermes, whatnot.
And you also have a Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's right. So we did a Kickstarter on a small HLD device called Musubi. Those are almost sold out, but folks can check out
here.
I don't have one with me right here, but these are some of our other signage displays.
Nice. Yeah, there's a medium and a smaller.
That's right. And so they do the same thing as the big one. These are just kind of a slightly smaller form factor.
So you launched a new display type.
It's a brand new display type. It works with LCD and OLED and microLED. And then there's an optical modification that we generate, and that turns a regular LCD or OLED or microLED panel in the factory into this hololuminescent display.
It's so sharp, it's so vibrant, the full resolution is there.
Yeah.
And there's big companies, like very famous companies, like if you look over there, you can zoom in to like Samsung, BOE, all that. And how can you do something that's better than these guys? Isn't it better? Is it?
I let folks decide for themselves, but it's definitely, it's something completely different. So this is not a normal light field display. This is not a stereo display. This is not a VR AR headset. It is a brand new category. And so, we're proud in our little team in Looking Glass that we've been able to commercialize this. So this is not a lab experiment either. We've already been shipping these like over the last few months So many folks around the world have already bought these small and medium-sized systems, and the big systems will start shipping in a couple months. And
it's not ridiculously priced, right? It can make sense in a budget of like digital signage and all that stuff.
Oh
right?
yeah, it's competitive with normal sort of premium display.
A premium digital signage display.
That's right. That's right.
But this one can potentially do so much more. It depends how people implement it.
That's right. No, yeah, you can imagine this in a train station or a shop or a conference where you want to grab people's attention and have something or someone feel more real.
There needs to be something around it that kind of like makes people know that they should be able to interact with it. Or maybe it should just be like pushy, like one of your claw characters that's like, hey, what are you doing?
Well,
hey,
yeah.
Come here.
We wanted to put the giant claw in here, but ran out of time.
Upscaled claw.
Upscaled
and how do you connect? You just connect an HDMI? Or what do you do?
Yeah, that's right. It's just, this is an early system, but you know, it's just HDMI. So only
HDMI. 1 second.
Yeah. So I've got a switcher here so I can go between sort of the media player box and this computer that's running that shoe demo. But it's really simple. It goes into a single HDMI like port, and that's it. So if you want to run something off of a media box that you already have, unplug our HDMI cable and plug in your own.
But over that presentation, you were talking about also your education. Like, what did you work on holograms in your education also?
At MIT, I did a hologram course. You can't major in holograms really, but there was a famous course there taught by Steve Benton, and so did holograms there. I did it in high school, like on my own, with that book, the Holography Handbook. And so this has been something that I've been exploring just out of interest for 30 years. And Looking Glass is about 11 years old, 12 years old. And so we've been chasing the dream of the hologram with several different versions of the technology, full light field display, the hybrid HLD, and bringing those to folks so they can use them and it's not trapped in the lab.
And for a few years now, a bunch of years, you've been doing true full light field different products, right? And different sizes and stuff like that also?
Yeah, that's right.
And what goes into, for example, making a really cool looking claw? When I move my head around it, I can see, for example, the eyes and the what do you call those little antennas and stuff like that. They're like, there's something happening at every angle.
Yeah.
There's no eye tracking.
No eye tracking. And so this is generating millions of rays of light that more closely approximate the way the real world works. And so we developed a whole range of hardware and software light field stuff over the years that then gets built into products like this.
I think somebody should get onto Codex or Cloud Code or something and then launch a thing where you can kind of like bring people alive from,
Sure.
You were mentioning that one of the goals, like there was a quote from the 70s or something.
Yeah.
Like if you could speak with, was it Plato?
It's this like now famous Steve Jobs quote. It was in 1985, he was giving a talk and, he said, one day, like in the future, he thinks that folks will be able to communicate with folks like Aristotle. And wouldn't that be incredible? And we're obviously there now with the LLMs and now agentic stuff that's happening. The only thing missing right now is the physical embodiment of those like beings. And so through holograms or robotics in different ways, we can embody those folks that we're chatting with. And I think that is the road to the computer of the future.
And you are just, doing the work, like getting the things out there on the real world so people can buy them,
That's right.
use them.
Yeah.
Do you also plan to, for example, partner with other people that might license tech?
Yeah. So absolutely. I guess if there's any folks that are watching this that are making display or curious about how they can use our technology in their products, they should reach out to me. We love doing partnerships with folks. In this case, with this little device, this is something where we're open sourcing the software. Folks will be able to add their own 3D models and whatnot and bring it to life, or just connect up the LLM of your choice and OpenClaw instance of your choice and have a holographic lobster.
There's
that
a
you can
little,
chat with.
there's some buttons here, play
Yeah,
button. There's a Type-C kind of like PD charge,
Yeah,
I guess.
that's right.
There's another USB going on here.
Yeah.
Is it like a hub function for that USB, or that actually talks? Because what I wonder is, for example, if people want to add a little camera that can track where you are, that also a little microphone, a speaker. Right now you use the MacBook to do
This
it?
is just what I had here at the show, but typically, you know, if I was running this on, you know, I have a Mac Mini with OpenClaw running on it, like back home, I would just connect up, you know, this display to the Mac Mini, like you see here in this like image.
And it has a speaker and mic?
Yeah, speaker and the mic in the Mac Mini, or you can add your own. This is just pure display, pure light field display.
All right. Just to understand, because it looks so sharp, and you're saying it's projecting everywhere. Usually when I see light field, I imagine that you need 16K to even have something that looks good.
Yeah.
You know, like how can it look so good? I guess it's not 16K.
No, we did a lot of software. We applied a lot of software techniques to uplift the perceived resolution. So there's all these technical things about like view-based or ray-based like approaches to light field and so on. And so we apply our own sort of special combination of those to give the best end result in a way that folks don't have to think about. Like someone doesn't have to know what a light field is to connect up this Looking Glass Go product to their, you know, Mac Mini. They just get it, plug it in, and then, you know, go to this website, which is free, and then they can start using it and connect it up with their own, you know, LLM of choice. We're not charging a subscription or anything. It's just, yeah.
You can connect it DeepSeek, whatever you want.
Whatever you want, yeah. You can literally add whatever you want, yeah.
And then it would be cool if, for example, you could give it any photo you want. It turns it into a 3D, like, for example, my father in 3D. And boom, I could speak with him.
Yeah.
And with a few recordings of his voice, that actually the voice would match, you know?
Yeah.
And that would be like a Aristotle thing, suddenly.
That's right.
Then you can really speak with anyone in their kind of like, you know?
Absolutely.
Isn't it a dream that's been going on for a long time? And that could be potentially happening.
Oh yeah, you have the holographic embodiment, the holographic form. You have LLMs like in the background that make the conversation come to life. Now, of course, they can do things like send emails for you, you know, manage your Airbnb, whatever.
Publish my videos on YouTube.
Publish your videos on YouTube. I mean, you're not even here, man. You're this camera's just floating here, yeah. But yeah, like doing all of those things. And the combination of visuals, compute, and capture is what a computer is. And so we're on the cusp of this combination of things becoming, I think, like something closer to the computer of the future. It's kind of like a superpowered holographic, like Alexa device.
You're talking about these movies that have kept the dream going on for decades,
Right.
like for different movies that are showing holograms in cool ways.
Yeah.
That actually it's your goal.
Yeah,
to do it?
the movies, like, of course, have led the way, like in the vision for what we're doing. So,
Like Star Wars,
Minority Report, you know, where you have the hologram, like video memories that are coming out of the wall.
Back to the Future, or no?
Back to the Future with Marty McFly getting gobbled up by the holographic shark.
And Her, you mentioned Her also?
Yeah, so in the movie Her, which of course like predicted so many things that are happening now in the world of LLMs and AI relationships and things like that, there's a video game that the main character is playing, and it's sort of a light field that's coming out of the wall, and it's sort of like a dirty talking sort of like hologram character, blob guy, and yeah, it's we're on the cusp of that.
And there's so many Mac Minis sold,
Yeah.
and they're headless.
Yes.
You want to give it a face, so give it a little claw. So can you like kind of ask it, hey, what's up? Did you do the work I asked you to do?
Yeah.
And like you know, like it could basically.
Hey, did you do what I asked you to do? Let's see what she says.
I think you might have me confused with someone else, or maybe a previous conversation.
That's the
don't
thing.
have any
The
memory
OpenClaw
of
has a memory problem
So if you
sometimes.
ask me to do something before, I'm starting
All right,
fresh here
but
with
to do
no
these cool
idea.
demos is something that your company is
So go ahead
doing,
and tell me.
right? But
was it
it will
you?
also be cool to have amazing, kind of like some of your customers do amazing like demos also, and I guess it's happening.
Even a cranky
Right?
old
But they're also
lobster
doing some really
appreciates a
cool
kind word
chatbots
now
and stuff,
That's
right?
right.
You have an amazing one too. Now, was there something else on your mind? Or are you just stopping by to brighten my day?
All right, that's cool. So
Cool.
looking forward to what's next at Looking Glass.
Yeah, cool, man. Thank you.
Thanks.
Imagine every pixel, every sound. Enabled through HDMI technology. From the highest resolutions, the fastest refresh rates, to immersive multi-channel audio, HDMI technology powers a worldwide ecosystem of devices for movies, for gaming, for creators. Experience clarity, performance, connection. HDMI technology. Connect the future today.